What's up, guys? This is Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm here today at Regal Honda in Lakeland, Florida. Matt has given us the 2022 Honda Odyssey Elite in the Obsidian Blue Pearl. New is an updated radiant red metallic, no more integrated vacuum cleaner option, the modern, elegant minivan for the family. Refresh for 2021, powering this family hauler is a 3.6 liter V6, 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission with shift-by-wire, achieving a 0 to 60 at around 6.5 seconds, top speed at around 111 miles per hour, getting 19 to 28 mpgs. We're going to go over all the specs and details, starting now. Honda refreshed the Odyssey of the fascia back in 2021, and it gave a more modern, elegant, but dynamic and a box-shaped look. A handsome setup. You're going to have your automatic LED headlights. You're going to have your gloss black grille with the chrome surrounding, and I like how the Honda badge just protrudes out pretty good. The side here with the fog lamp aesthetic, I like how they give you a little touch of that high gloss. I wish they would have did that in the center. Ground clearance at 4.5 inches, a width of 78.5 inches, and a height of 69.6 inches. The hood structures with the aerodynamics that flow, set with your 19-inch unique machine finish alloy wheels with brake disc reading in the front at 12.6 inches. The rear is going to be 13 inches. A McPherson strut front suspension with coil springs. You're going to have a compact multi-link rear suspension with trail arms. You also have the front and rear stabilizer bar, a 55.1 to 44.9 weight distribution. That's for the Elite trim. It will change depending on the trim level that you pick. You can open up these sliding doors 50 feet away. So that is something that is super cool and easy for any kids, especially when they're running from a restaurant or wherever you're going on your outing. The sleek lines are going to provide a style and an enhanced aerodynamics to achieve better fuel efficiency, a length of 205.2 inches, a wheelbase at 118.1. You're going to have your chrome on the lower trim, and the black high gloss polish pretty much covers all of the vehicle, opening up that sliding door so you can see how the width is and how it's easy for kids to climb, and also how the track goes underneath the rear window, so it makes an effortless, clean look. LED taillights and hands-free access power tailgate. A single stainless steel exhaust pipe is going to be tucked underneath here. You'll get your spoiler, so you got some of that sport essence to the Odyssey. You're going to be able to tow up to 3,500 pounds. Amazon packages can be delivered directly inside your Odyssey through the Honda Link. Now, this is only on the Touring in the Elite. Cargo space. Now, this is something that is super impressive. You can fit a 4x8 foot sheet of plywood flat inside this minivan. Typically, you can't do that. You'd have to pick up a truck, and even that, you wouldn't be able to do it unless you get the Honda Ridgeline. Going inside to your cargo, behind the third row is 32.8 cubic feet. Behind the second row, 86.6 cubic feet, making 140.7 cubic feet max. 3.61 axle ratio, multi-angular rear view camera, front and rear parking sensors. The Honda Odyssey weighs over 4,600 pounds, seating up to 8, Honda safety with the protection in the front with pedestrian detection. In the rear, you're going to have your cross traffic alert. You're going to get your lane departure and lane keep assist with adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, auto high beaming, and rear seat reminder. The ultra modern styling is going to continue in this Odyssey for the whole family with the entertainment, which you'll see. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 2022 Honda Odyssey Elite as we go into the interior, go over the tech, and take this for our test. Entering inside this Honda Odyssey, you're going to be getting 38.7 inches of headroom, 40.9 inches of legroom. It's a gray leather. These are bucket seats, heated, ventilated, perforated. You're going to get the stitch work, and it's going to be a bit of a darker gray look. 12-way power adjustments. It's going to include a 4-way lumbar support for the driver with 2-position memory. The Passenger is going to be an 8-way power adjustment. Manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. It's a leather wrap. It is heated. You got the high gloss in between, multi-function with the paddle shifters. Looking in the gauge cluster to your driver informational interface. It's going to check your speed and your fuel efficiency. The infotainment screen is an 8-inch touchscreen powered through Garmin. You do have the pinch. You do have the swipe. This has your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, Amazon Alexa, cabin talk, cabin watch, Bluetooth connectivity, multi-zone audio controls. We do have the wireless charging pad here. You're going to have multiple charging ports here. So you have a home plug, you have a 12 volt, you have your USB, you have your Blu-ray and CD player. You can fit about a 20-ounce water bottle. This is a 16-ounce. Opening up in here to another USB and an auxiliary and so much more storage. I like that you even have the storage into here, and you can open this up so you have more trays and things that you can just throw. If you're buying fast food, put your french fries right there, so it's easy for you to eat as a driver. For the armrest, soft on both sides. Door panel, 2-tier of storage. I was able to fit 8 16.9-ounce water bottles, one touch up and down for the dual pane windows, and the high gloss black polish for the handles, and the trim area here just gives a nice essence. And this has a high-tech dash that's just set easy for you to touch everything that you need for accessibility. And I like that you got the high gloss black polish over all the tops. Then you got this modern wood look in through, and then you got your shift by wire right here. Everything is just so accessible. Power moonroof. Let's check out those back seats. Entering into the second row, as you see, very wide, easy accessibility, 39.2 inches of headroom, 40.9 inches of legroom. You're going to get 2 tiers of storage behind the front seats. Cup holders here in the center. You're going to have USB ports, so it is efficient for the third row. Your air vents are pretty much surrounding you, so it's also pretty cool. You can put this 10.2-inch screen down. This will support a 4G LTE wireless streaming. You have your Blu-ray for your DVD player, so the entertainment is pretty nicely set up. I wish that the infotainment screen was 10.2 inches and maybe this was 8 inches. I could do with that because I kind of like that a little bit better. And for the third row climate control, it is only on the right side. So those are a couple things that I have to pick on. Otherwise, you do have your sunshades in the rear. Because we have the Elite, we're going to have it in the third row. Let's see how I look in the center. Sitting into the center, the same thing. You're not going to have any issues. This is a minivan, and you do have your magic slide, which the only disadvantage is these seats weigh 68 pounds. So you have to pick, one or two of them up to configure it. But you can configure this vehicle any which way you like. And because it's a square shape and a low load floor, it makes it very easy for anybody to just run around in the back. Because, that's what your kids are going to do. They're going to have fun, and you got the entertainment to take care of them. Let's check out that third row. For the third row, I'm at 38.3 inches of headroom, 38.1 inches of legroom. I like that we have storage pockets behind both of the seats for the third row because there's not a lot of storage back here. You do have your headphone jack, and you got your little volume knob here, the USB, 2 cup holders, so it's pretty efficient. A 16.9-ounce water bottle fits with no problems. A bit firm on the elbow because it's more of a hard plastic. Only 1 air vent, so I'm gonna have to knock that, and a 12-volt socket only on the right side. So kind of makes it a little bit of a problem if you don't have the USB on that side or you don't have the 12-volt on this side. You do have your sunshades here. They're manual. Just put it here, and you also have your clothing hook. The nice thing about this is you can recline these seats, and it's a 60-40 fold, so when you recline it, you're reclining for 2 people on the left side. 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, giving it some gas, and it drives effortless. As you get up to a higher RPM, it will get a little bit more noisy from that naturally aspirated 3.6 liter. The 10-speed transmission shifts really good. Quietness in the cabin, ultra quiet. You do have the dual pane. Visibility, I can see pretty much everywhere to the second row. The third row in cargo, I'm gonna have to use the blind spot monitoring, but it's something that, it's over 200 inches, so you already know you're gonna have this issue, but it's not an issue because ground clearance is still at 4.5 inches, so you can go over speed bumps and you can do things ever so quick. And the fact that this is not a hybrid or a 4-cylinder turbocharge, it really does give a good push, and you can feel the acceleration whenever you're doing it. Seat comfort, very good. Only thing I would say is I tend to put my elbow up here instead of where it should be on the armrest. The armrest area is soft, but if you put it here, it's more of a harder plastic. So So that is something that I don't necessarily like, but that's because they give you so many areas of where you can rest your arms or storage capacity. So it's just super good in that perspective. As for seeing in the front, because the hood is lower, you don't necessarily see the front bumper, but you can kind of gauge it because where your feet are is pretty much where your wheel well is, and then just add maybe a couple feet. It's nothing to be concerned about there either. And then you also have these little windows here in the front as well to help with more visibility. So they pretty much mask it all around. I have it set right now with the cabin camera, which I do like this feature. This is something that they came out with in 2021, and I just think it's awesome because you no longer have to use this silly thing anymore. You can just use the camera and you can watch everybody in the back, and you can zoom in. You can do so without really taking your eyes off the road because it's right there. And because of the way the dash is set up, very easy access. So I do like that. And I like the fact that it drives really like a car. I mean, you don't feel anything, and that's exactly what you're looking for when you get a minivan. A limousine feel, quiet, nice cool air condition. These are ventilated seats as well, so if you live in a hot environment like Florida, you're gonna use it and it feels nice. The disadvantage is in the third row, it's a little bit warmer than I would have anticipated because there's not a lot of air vents back there. But you can move those sunshades up and it will get about 20 to 30% cooler. Now there is 3 things that I like and 3 things that I dislike, because any more than that, then I would be owning the car personally. So the 3 things that I do like is the visibility, the comfort, and the fact that everything is accessible and easy. The things that I dislike is sometimes you have to push on this navigation multiple times for it to work. So the touch sensitivity is a little bit more on the firm side. Another thing I dislike, the third row, it is a bit hot. For a third row vehicle, you would anticipate more air condition. And the third thing is the fact that this infotainment screen is smaller than the entertainment. Going over any impurities in the road, you can do so effortless. Putting it into reverse or drive, very easy because you have the shift by wire. You do have the paddle shifters as well. But when you do a full U-turn, you're gonna see about 2.5 to 3 lanes. It's a little bit longer of a vehicle, but just to show you what I mean, stopping more or less in the middle of the road, giving it a turn, and this will get you right about 2.5 to 3 lanes, like I said. This is something I like. Push the throttle, and you get up to speed. The gas pedal is good. There's a little bit of hesitation in the gas pedal and also in the braking in the vehicle. It seems like you do have to push it a little bit more firm, but I do like that on a flip side because when it is super sensitive, you're constantly going like this, so it makes it more of a limousine ride, and that's exactly what you're expecting. The way the stance is, it's a really dressed up, handsome, boxy SUV look. We're going to take this back to Regal Honda in Lakeland, go over the reverse camera, and wrap this review up. Switching to reverse, you do have trajectory, and it does extend out, so I do like that. You can also change the camera functionality to make it fit your preference. If you have a tow, you can turn the lines on and off, and you can see that rear cross traffic alert. I'd like to thank Matt here at Regal Honda in Lakeland, Florida for giving us this 2022 Honda Odyssey Elite for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click that subscribe button. Check out the details, the merchandise, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.